What's good, family? You already know, y'all. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's another Sunday morning, and we down here right now at the Tabernacle Social Club, Cigars and Libations, doing what we do. It's time for another Cigars and Conversation with your boys from a puff a minute. I'm your man, Cigar Mick.
Yeah, Cigar Banker. What's good, people?
What's good, y'all? What's good? Hey, thanks for joining us, man. We know we've been out of the mix, for a couple of weeks, man. But I mean, y'all ain't really paying us, so I know y'all forgive us. You know what I'm saying? But now, honestly, it's been a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of good things too. You know what I'm saying? Some challenges, some good things, man. But we won't get into all of that. But before we get started, my brother Banker, you know how we do.
We gotta start out with what we smoking.
What are we smoking today?
I'm gonna say homage to my lady, man, from Drunk Chicken Cigars, man.
Yes.
So that's what we got today. This is the DCO, the Drunk Chicken Original. It's a Nicaraguan filler, Ecuadorian wrapper. Man, this is a really nice smoke. And, we've had many conversations with her.
Yes.
And talked about the company, talked about her vision.
Yes.
How she got started. And one of the big things she talked about was, hey, I want to sell what I like to smoke, right? And she put together a really... This cigar has some good complexity to it.
Yeah.
It's more considered a full body cigar because of the Maduro and the darker wrapper. But not just darker because it's dark, but dark because it's a full flavor.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, so that's a good smoke, man. But definitely the DCO, hit them up, Drunk Chicken Cigars. This is a good look, man. I'm getting into the first third, and we starting off good, man.
I love it, man. And again, shout out to Desiree Silver from Drunk Chicken Cigars. I believe Desiree is going to be here in a couple of weeks, right? So I think during the Big Smoke Week, but she's going to be hosting an event right here at Tabernacle, right? So again, if you haven't tried the Drunk Chicken, if you're in the neighborhood or you're going to be here for Big Smoke and you want to meet that wonderfully outstanding, sister, man, please come on down. I'm sure she'll be happy to greet you. All right. Now, I'm paying homage to another good friend of mine, right? This dude used to be the master blender down at CAO. He now has his own blend, his own brand down in West Tampa called West Tampa Tobacco Company. My man, Mr. Ricky Rodriguez. That's my homie, man. I got nothing but love for Rick, man. So I'm smoking his black this morning, man. It's a very, very nice, mild to medium type of smoke. But again, if you haven't familiarized yourself with West Tampa Tobacco, please go out there and do so, man. It's a family affair. Him and his beautiful wife, their lovely daughter Sarah, man, which, me and Rick on the slide be trying to hook up his daughter with my son. You know what I'm saying? We still working on them, Rick. We still working on them kids, man. But it's a beautiful thing, y'all. So once again, West Tampa Tobacco Company, man. Make sure y'all go check him out, man. And again, I've smoked so many of his blends now from CAO. I really wasn't a big CAO fan, I have to be honest, in the beginning. But now I've gone back since having a relationship with Rick, and I've smoked through the ones that he's blended, bro. And again, everything is just outstanding. So that's my man. All right, that's
CAO
what it is.
CAO is a company that makes a lot of popular cigars.
Yes,
the flathead and all that. But you're right. It's like I don't know, for us, for our palate and where we got to with our palate, sometimes it doesn't always fit.
Right.
Like you said, the big gauge cigars, sometimes it's a lot of smoke, it look cool smoking it, but it's not always the best for our palate.
Exactly.
But you think about the Brazils and some other things.
The Amazon basin, you know what I'm saying?
Some other things, and a lot of CAO was doing some cool things. Like you say, your guy was one of the master blenders for CAO.
Exactly.
He put out some good stuff, man.
Definitely did, man. And matter of fact, I didn't even realize it, but I even got the West Tampa Tobacco lighter, man. You already know this is family, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing right now. Hey, bro, it's been a minute. I know we got a lot to talk about, but before we get too deep, man, I want to celebrate you for a moment, if I may.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the humble banker, man.
Yeah, the humble cigar banker, man, who is now doing big things, man. He just got another, huge role, right? Big boy role, with another bank, man. VP status. You know what I mean, bro? So I'm proud of you, man. Like I said, bro, I've been watching your growth, man, over the past few years and everything. And it's just beautiful, man, to see good things happen for good people, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
So doing some good things, man. Like my whole mission is about helping small business. So when we say cigar banker, it's really a labor of love.
Yeah.
I have to put it that way, you know.
Yeah.
So I really care about what I do. So I appreciate you, man, just even shouting me out. I'm trying to be the humble banker, you know what I mean? Like, I really do it because I love what I do.
Yeah.
We've been small business owners, but owned several companies together.
Yes.
Done some other things, man. So I really care about what I do when I talk about small business.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely. Hey, man, real recognize real. You know, you got a lot of people out here claiming stuff, you know what I'm saying? But then you got people out here that's really doing stuff. What you looking for, bro? You drop your cigar?
Yeah.
Oh, foul on the play, y'all. Foul on the play.
Yeah.
You need a flag on that one.
Cut that.
Yeah, cut that. That's got to stay in there because we got you paying homage to you, bro. Hey, but it is what it is, man. I don't know why. Oh, okay, you on the floor. So shout out to those who have joined us, man. Double Maduro, Picky for a reason. I love that. I love that moniker. Great Lake Humidor 22. Thank y'all for joining us on this live today. And again, man, make sure that y'all go back and see the finalized YouTube version that'll be in the can. Okay. Right. Another thing I want to say is I want to shout out all of my members, right? The people that are members in the Herf Locker here.
Yeah.
All of the cats that ran down to New Orleans for the Disappointment Bowl.
That's how you gonna do it? Somebody said that the other night. It's a trash bowl, man.
The trash bowl.
It's we got skid marks in the toilet.
Yo,
man. I was like, oh my gosh.
I love it, man. My man Big Cat is from New Orleans, right? So he took a whole crew of cats down there with him. Raiders fans.
Yeah.
All the Raiders fans went down there with him and stuff like that. So they're all down there. It's about 7, 8 of them cats that's down there this weekend for the game, man. So shout out to them as well, man. You know. So with all of that being said, man, let's talk about something, bro. Because, you know, we go for a couple of weeks without sitting back and having a discussion. And your boy Mick just started getting full and bottled up, bro. I need a release valve right now, man. So I don't care wherever we go, bro. Let's have a conversation.
We gotta talk about this Ye situation, man. We gotta talk about Kanye.
Yay, he said yay.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, man. We're gonna talk Kanye. Yay, whichever one you want to call him. Yay guy, whatever. But the dude is on some different stuff right now. And I say this comment from what's his name? Dude from Hot 97. He was talking about. He was like, this dude is moving like somebody that's not gonna be here much longer.
Ooh.
And I was like, wow.
That's interesting.
I was like, wow. But you know what? It was soon as Martin started talking about economic development, what happened? He got assassinated. As soon as Malcolm started talking about we all should be working together, he got assassinated. So I'm like, shoot, is he on that same path?
Conspiracy theories, baby. I love it. I love it. Listen, man, honestly, you know, I wonder about Ye, right? I'm gonna be respectful and call him Ye since he doesn't want nobody calling him Kanye no more.
Yeah.
I wonder about him because, you know, is the brother like really crazy, or is he crazy like a fox, right? You know, so it's hard, man. I must say, it's very hard for me as a black man in America to get behind anybody, right, regardless of race, color, gender, religion, whatever, anybody who comes out and says things like, you know, slavery was a choice, or anybody who really is behind, you know, or seemingly part of a culture that is pushing division. Right, and again, I'm trying not to go too deep on that because I know we got people on both sides of the aisle. But anybody who's seemingly behind somebody who's pushing division and stuff. But at the same token, Kanye says some things, man, that makes me wonder, like, is this dude crazy or is he really genius? Right? So, I mean, I'm gonna give you an example, man. Everybody was up in arms about Kanye wearing a T-shirt. On the back of the T-shirt, it said "White Lives Matters," right? And I get it, right? Because again, that's not a statement that ever had to be made because it was already assumed, right? It was always, man, from the time that we were brought to this country, it has always been, you know, the case that, you know, black people were chattel slavery. They weren't as valued as white lives or this, that, and the other thing. And it has been a long history which led to, you know, after Michael Brown and so many different things, it led to people having to say Black Lives Matter. Now, is that the only thing that we've... No, man, come on, man. We went back. You can go back to the 70s, man, where, you know, the cry out was "Black is beautiful," right? We had Reverend Jesse Jackson, right? That was out there basically saying, "I am somebody." If you remember the case in, you know, Dr. Martin Luther King's last speech before his assassination, when he was down in Memphis with the sanitation workers, they were walking around with signs saying, "I am a man."
Yeah.
So there has always been this history of black people having to proclaim their value and their worth.
Yes.
So Black Lives Matter is nothing new, right? This has always been the case. But what people didn't look at, right, was the front of Kanye's t-shirt. And, you know, and I did a search on the internet today, and I can't find anywhere where there's a discussion about the front of his t-shirt. Now, this is the part that makes me think, is this dude, like, playing with us right now? Because on the back of the t-shirt, everybody knows what it said. But on the front of the t-shirt, there was a picture of, I believe it was Pope John Paul II. All right? Now, why is that significant? Pope John Paul II was the Pope who did the whole apology tour for all of the atrocities, right, that were brought through slavery across the world, the whole diaspora, right, that the Catholic Church was involved in. Wow, man. So I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, what's going on here? What's really going on, right? So again, that's just me trying to look at it from different angles. I don't know. I know, was it Adidas, right? They canceled them, right? They canceled them. Why? Because he said, they said he was anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic, yeah.
He made some anti-Semitic speech, right? And I can get deep on that too, right? Because then Kanye comes back, man, and he's on the show with Cuomo, and he says, "I can't be anti-Semitic because
I'm Jewish.
I'm a Jew." Now he's playing with us, right? Because most people in America equate Judaism with a religion and a color.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But that's not the case, man. It's never been the case. It's hidden, and it's part of the brainwashing process in America. Because again, if you saw yourself as a Jew, if you saw yourself as being Jewish, right, then you would see Christ as being Jewish might look like you. There's a reason why Michelangelo painting of Christ is the most popular one, so to speak, right? Because again, but if you go back historically and look at different depictions, it didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? The description in the Bible. So I'm not trying to go too deep on folks, but there's a reason for it. What is being a Jew? Right? So Noah had 3 sons, am I correct?
Yes.
Ham, Shem, and Japheth, right? So Shem was the line, right, where we get the word Semitic, right? That came from Shem. Okay, well, you go down a little bit further, and in Shem's line, there was another son named Eber. That's where we get the word Hebrew, right? You go a little bit further down, right, and you go to Jacob, and he had 12 sons, right, and one of his sons was Judah, right? That's where Judaism, or, where the Jew comes from, right? The tribe of Judah. Now, what was the tribe of Judah? The tribe of Judah was the tribe that, that led the people with praise, right? That led the people with worship. And I always wondered, man, growing up, and I went to a lot of multi-ethnic churches, but why was, the people who led the praise and worship team were the people who always looked like me? You see what I'm saying? They might not be in the pulpit all the time, but they always lead in praise and worship. Why is that? Because it's in their DNA, right? So yes, there's something to be said for that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once you know the history, when the Romans, came in and conquered Judah, and how people fled over to West Africa, right? And there was a land in West Africa on the slave coast, or Gold Coast, whatever you want to call it. If you go to very historical maps, it was called Judah. Why? That's all I'm gonna give y'all for the history lesson today, man. But I know we talking about Ye, but the only thing I'm trying to bring to you is, you said something, right? You said when people start talking about economic empowerment, right, they lose their lives, right? What I see when I'm looking at this situation with Kanye West, I see a lot of similarities of what happened with the artist, with Prince, right? Why did Prince have to change his name to the artist? Okay.
Well, go ahead.
Because the labels own the rights to his name.
Right.
His name that his mama gave him.
Right.
They own the rights to his name. They own the rights to his likeness.
Yes.
You know. And Dave Chappelle told us about this very same thing.
Yes.
Right. So again, when Prince did that, you know what I'm saying, it had a huge impact on his monetary career. Right. When Dave Chappelle protested and what have you, what did they tell you? They said that Dave was crazy. They tried to tell you that Dave was on crack, right? They went to Africa to escape it all. So what are they telling you about Kanye right now? He crazy. He crazy because he's bucking the system.
That's a simplistic way to dismiss him, though.
Exactly.
But at the same time, like, once you make the kind of money that Kanye has made, it's like you can't be normal. You can't just say I'm gonna be in the same vein with everybody else. He decided to be an outlier. And the funniest, and I don't say the funniest thing, but one of the things he said that was the most profound, he said they can't kill me now. I said it on record. He's like, so they can't kill me because I said it out loud.
Right.
He's like, now if I was sitting in the back rooms and saying it in the conference rooms and things like that, they might murder me and y'all never know why.
Exactly.
But because I said it out loud, now if they kill me, y'all know why they killed me. And I was like, man, that's a profound statement. So I was like, is he really that crazy, or is he just saying he's now been able to open his eyes to things that we weren't always paying attention to. And like you said, Dave Chappelle is probably one of the greatest examples.
That's a great example.
Like over the last 3 years with the content he put out on Netflix, he walked away from 40 million, right? Came back and got 40 million from Netflix. It's like, come on, man. Like, he didn't lose nothing. And then was able to really speak his mind. And really speak some truth when he was on stage.
Exactly.
From a comedian standpoint. And we all think, I'm a lover of comedians. We always think comedians are just jokesters. They sit up there, you clowns sit up there and tell me jokes. But every comedy has...
There's truth in the satire.
Yes.
There's truth
the
in the
reason why
satire.
it's humorous is because there's truth in it.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be funny if it wasn't truth in it.
Exactly.
So I'm like, when you hear Kanye say these things, say you laughing at him, but the reason why you laugh is because there's truth in it.
Exactly.
It's truth in what he's saying.
I'm telling you, man. You know, with Dave Chappelle.
Keep going, bro. I'm gonna check camera one.
All right, check camera one. I'll talk to the people. With Dave Chappelle, right? The big issue that he had with Comedy Central was that they owned his name, they owned his likeness, which is the reason why they were able to release the Chappelle, you know, and Dave saw not a penny of that money. Not a dime of that money was he seeing. So he went on and he asked people, well, he asked Netflix, first of all, respectfully, you know, to please, you know, not show the Chappelle show anymore, right? And because of his relationship with Netflix, they took all the Chappelle show off.
Until they came to an agreement.
Yep, they took it off, right? Until they came to, now, you know, but the whole point was that, you know, they were able to do that because they owned him. That's the slavery piece, right, that Kanye's talking about, that Dave was talking about. They did the same thing to Tyson on Hulu. They put out this whole thing about Tyson on Hulu. Tyson did not see a dime because somebody owned his name and likeness, that they were able to do that. So, you ever go to a puppet show? Right? You know that somebody got their hand up that puppet. Right? And they're making that puppet, you know, they're giving that puppet a voice, right? They are manipulating the movements of that puppet, right? But what happens when you take your hand out of the puppet and the puppet keeps speaking? That's a scary situation, ain't it? When the puppet starts talking with their own voice and the puppet start doing their own thing, that's a scary situation. And then you got the other puppets, right, who still got their hand up them. Diddy, Jay-Z. I'm to put it out there. And what they gonna do? They gonna vilify the puppet that's doing his own thing right now. You see what I'm saying? Because they're still under the control of those who are in control. And that's literally, bro, like I said, I'm breaking this thing down, man, in a way that I want to make it understandable. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, this is what I see that's going on. This is a way deeper than Kanye being off his med. Now, do I think the brother do have some emotional problems, perhaps? Yeah, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But who doesn't? I don't think Ye has been the same since his mama passed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's been the same. You know what I mean? So I think he does carry some emotional baggage. I think most people do. but don't count him out as just being straight crazy, like he ain't making no sense. Something in there, bro. There's something in there.
My grandmother always told me, it's like, you can say what you got to say to people if you say it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, the way he's coming across is abrasive.
No filter. Yeah.
Right. It's very abrasive, so people are not hearing him.
Yeah.
So it's like you getting loud, you getting emotional with people on different platforms. You getting emotional with people on small platforms.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like Ye went on a puff a minute and had a rant.
Yes.
And I'm like, shoot, we got, we not the biggest thing in the world.
You're not far off.
Yeah,
I think it started on Drink Champs.
It's very small platform.
Yeah.
And it carries over as him being emotional.
Yes.
And I was like, you're coming across in a way that people are not going to hear you. But if he came across like you and I right now, having a conversation, making it conversational and really talking his points, bro, I was like, we would almost have to listen to him. I was like, sure, I feel like if he just started doing seminars and going on a seminar tour, going to the universities and stuff, people would hear him better than they're hearing him right now. Right now, nobody's hearing him. Exactly. Everybody's dismissing him and saying he's crazy and all this stuff. But I'm like, he's been saying some real stuff. Yeah. I was like, we are Jews. How can I hate myself? I was like, that's real talk. That's real talk. It's like, if you know your history, your history.
You really know your history.
As a black man in America, you will understand it was the whole reason Hitler was killing the Jews.
Thank you.
It was because the Jews were black. Yeah. The original Jews were black.
Hitler said in Das Kampf, if the black man in America ever realized who he truly was, America would never be the same. That's what he was referring to. When we went into the war in World War II, Hitler was like, we lost. His attitude was, we have lost the war now. Because we entered into the war, we was getting drafted. Yeah. Even though we was drafted, but when we went into the war, it changed the game. Now, a Pufferman family out there, we are not celebrating Hitler. Okay? That's not what we're doing right now, right? But we're saying that, all history is subjective, right? So again, the victor gets to write the story, right? So we have the way that we view World War II, right? I had a friend who was Russian one time, and we sat down and he told me from his perspective, Russia won the war. You know what I'm saying? So again, everybody has their different spin on things, man. But what we're saying is you have to take all of the information in, right? There were things that Hitler was saying about African Americans, right? That was not highly publicized. And he was basically saying that they are the true lost tribe of Israel.
Yes.
Right? Going back historically. So there's a lot of different things that we don't want to know about. We don't want to propagate, well, I shouldn't say we don't, but I'm just saying America as a whole, they don't want this information to get out because we don't want to look back at the atrocities that were done to a people and then equating them to being, a people of God at the same token, right? So again, there's sometimes it's hard to face the truth. You know what I mean? So it's hard to look at things like that.
Very much so, man. Very much so. But like I said, Ye is speaking some truths, man, that we gotta pay attention to. The whole Adidas situation, I don't agree with. They were so quick to cancel him and stop. But here's the funny thing, right? They canceled the contract with him, but then they're gonna still sell the shoes. Yeah. The Yeezys are the #1 selling shoe from Adidas.
Exactly.
I was like, so one minute they was like, okay, we're gonna cancel everything from him, right? We're canceling the contract. We're not selling the shoes. Cool. Then give him his shoes back and let him go sell them where he wants to. That was the whole point he was trying to make when he was on the show with Sway, right? Yep. It was like, Sway, you don't have the answers, right? Yeah. And he was telling Sway, he was like, bro, I'm trying to do everything from start to finish, from production to selling to retail. He was like, you can't do it by yourself. And he told Sway on the show, he was like, if I could do it myself, I would. But that's why he had to make an alignment with companies like Adidas. Yeah. And I forget where was the high-end brand. I want to say it was Prada, but I might be wrong. But it was another high-end brand. He was selling the shirts with the holes in them and stuff. Yeah. And he was selling all them shirts and stuff. But he was like, you can't do everything from start to finish yourself because they'll block you. Yeah. They will block you from every time you try to do it yourself from one end to the other.
But again, we covered this, right? But as a recap, why can Adidas keep selling those Ye shoes without giving Ye any money?
Because they own his name.
They own his name. They own the likeness, the whole nine, right? And that's exactly what all of this comes down to. That's what he was trying. That's what he was trying to convey. Yeah. That's just, like I said, same thing that Dave Chappelle was trying to convey. And Prince before him. So That is the real issue, man. You know what I'm saying? When you don't own your own intellectual property, you know, and somebody else can just remove you from the equation and keep making money off of you, right? So yeah.
Well, on a lighter note,
yes,
I said we gotta get on a lighter note, man. I think it's hilarious, this situation with Tom Brady. I'm gonna say it's hilarious, man.
It's sad to me, bro.
This is the second supermodel that he got divorced from. I was like, how many more supermodels can Tom get, man? I thought we always say porn star Jimmy, man. It's like, you know, Jimmy Garoppolo, that's porn star Jimmy, man. I thought he was the one, man, but Tom is on the run right now.
you know, and I wonder, man, because, you know, it's hard to understand because Giselle is like, she doesn't sound selfish, because you would think most, when you think about, you know, a lot of gold diggers or supermodel or whatever the case is, Tom is a catch because of the money that he's making, right? Because of what he's doing, right? And all of that type of stuff. Yeah. So you would think that most women would be like, yeah, go out there and keep playing, make that money. So for her to protest him playing shows me that she really cares about him, because she's basically to the point where, like, I don't want him to get hurt to the point where, you know, he becomes some kind of invalid that I got to take care of him for the rest of his life, and he's no more good. Not saying not good. I'm not trying to put that out there to anybody. That I suffer from handicaps myself. But what I'm trying to say is she's really trying to protect him. Yeah. Right, he's old, bro. He out there, bro. He getting up slow now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's feeling it week after week after week, and this was her fear. So this is the reason why she had him make the agreement that last season was his last season. Yeah. And then when he went back on that, she's like, you're putting your whole, you know, life at jeopardy, and you're not taking your family into account. You know, what are we gonna do? Right? How do you think it's going to affect me and the kids if you end up a paraplegic? Right. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So from that standpoint, I kind of respect where Giselle is coming from. I don't think this is a matter of, you know, no longer being in love, or I think it's tough love that she's trying to put down on him right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's just really stubborn and going forward with it. But, you know, football is going to end one day. You know what I'm saying? One way or the other. You know, and your family is the one that's going to be with you, you know what I'm saying, till you leave the earth. Right? So, yeah, he should be. I think it's a matter of priorities when it comes to Tom, bro.
It is, very much so. That's a good point, man. That the priorities is a big thing, because between, okay, you being injured, you may not be able to have a certain quality of life because you played too long. Between that and then you, like, bro, the travel schedule for football is crazy. You can't tell me he's been putting in quality parenting time when you got that kind of travel schedule.
Exactly.
And then it's like camp starts, you go to camp, and then he's one of them dudes, man, he go to camp, he working like a regular job. So he doing 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and stuff like that. You know, so you can't tell me you're doing quality parenting time. So it's like, okay, like, how can you say honestly that you're going to do what you need to do for your kids? Because I deal with it all the time, right? You have competing interests, right? You always got to juggle so many things, but it's like your family should always come first. Always. But with these dudes with these football careers, it's hard to have them say, okay, I'm not going to travel to a game because my kid got a game or something like that. You can't tell them that.
You can't do
so
that.
So they have to sacrifice their families and quality parenting time for their careers. And it's fine for a period of time, right? But over 20 years?
Come on, bro.
Over 20 years?
Exactly. Your kids are adults now. So what you just said, you nailed it, bro. You said it's a sacrifice and it's a period of time. Everybody who goes into the league, especially the NFL, realize that it's a short-term sacrifice for a long-term game. Right? Short-term sacrifice for a long-term game. You've already reached the heights, bro. You're a Hall of Famer. You know, you should have went out off of that last Super Bowl, and you will forever be remembered as the GOAT. Right? But there's no reason to come back. That was her point. You already did it. You did it all. Right? So why are you still sacrificing now? All right? We did our part. We stood behind you. You know what I'm saying? We supported you all of these years, but now it's time to walk away. And when he refused to do that, that put a rift, you know, into the relationship that right now, I mean, I don't think it's irreversible, right? But I think if Brady came right back, you know, and he just said, you know what, I'm done, pay back some money, that ain't a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Wifey can get out there and she can start earning again because she still look good. And people going to still pay to put her in magazines or whatever the case it is, right? So at the end of the day, it's not an economic decision. It's not a financial decision.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So She's like, look, I put my career on hold, right, so that you can finish out yours, right? Now, clock is ticking on my career, you know what I'm saying? So it's my turn.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And the
I
bad,
get it, man.
the bad part is they're having a bad season. It looked like you should have retired.
It is not worth it right now. It is not
like
worth
you
it.
gave up all this for this bad of a season.
Yes.
You losing the rookie quarterbacks and stuff.
Exactly.
In Pittsburgh and whatnot. Oh, Lord.
Let's talk about the game of the week. Let's talk about the game of the week, y'all.
Eagles, man.
The New York Football Giants, y'all. Come on, man. You already know what time it is.
Until today.
Yeah, today's gonna be the game, man.
Cakewalk till
Today's gonna be the game. Y'all see that right there, man? Last time you saw me wear this jacket, I was in New Jersey, right? I was at the game. That right there is signed by Hall of Famer, man. That's my man right there. LT, baby, in the house, man. Lawrence Taylor. Hall of Fame 99, NFL Top 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said I wasn't going to wear this jacket anymore because I want to get it framed up, bro. But I put it on today for y'all, you know, because this is actually the game of the week, man.
Yeah.
So
Don't drop me. I'm worth $1 million.
Exactly. Don't drop me. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, man. I mean, I think Geno got some issues today on the wide receiver front. I don't know. I know, you know, he had 2 game time decisions, right? Metcalf was a game time decision, and Tyler Lockett was a game time decision. So I don't know if they're actually playing. I'm kind of hoping they're not. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, bro, we had another good one today.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's always a joy, bro. Always a pleasure, man, to sit down and conversate with you, bro. I told you, Mick be full, bro. I be like, you know, I be needing to let it off, man. Let off some steam.
Fault, man. I be too busy. I be all over.
Hey, boy, you doing what you got to do.
Busy. You got to make choices, right?
That's right.
You got to make choices.
Everybody got to make choices, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, short-term sacrifice, long-term gain, brother. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Vice President.
Yeah. That's all it is, man.
I love it, man. I love it. But hey, man, again, bro, we want to thank y'all for coming out and joining us again, man. I'm going to let Banker give y'all the rundown, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can get out of here. I don't know, the game in London should be ending right about now. Yeah. So we need to follow up and see what happened on that one. Hey, don't forget, game of the week, y'all. Go Giants. All right, let's go, man. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Game of the week. Okay. Whatever. He got a trash bowl, game of the week, whatever. But hey, man, we know what it is. Like, we appreciate y'all showing us the love on IG. Thank y'all that hung on with us with the live. But like you said, we always post the content on IG. We putting up photos. We putting up all different kind of content on there. But please take that love over to YouTube, because that's where we keep the warehouse to all the information. Absolutely. Man, that's the library of all the episodes, the content we've been doing for the last 4.5, 5 years now. We've been putting up content. We was through the pandemic. We didn't stop. So it was like all through that. But please like, subscribe, click the bell link on YouTube. That way you get the notifications when we post up something new. But we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate the love. We're going to keep doing what we do, man. We're going to keep doing what we do.
We love it, y'all. We love it, y'all. And then, like you said, it's a labor of love, right? So not only do we love it, we love y'all. That's why we do what we do. And on that note, man, I want to shout out Miss Tammy Pettigrew, you know, who's a member here at the Herb Locker in Tappan Nash. She did an event here yesterday called Puffin' in Pink, man. That was to bring awareness to the whole breast cancer situation and just have conversations, man, with women and with some of the things that they go through, right? And even the men, man, who are supporting women who are going through that as well. Right. So that was a great event, man. I love the social responsibility that Tappan Nash is committed to. So we just want to encourage everybody, because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We want to encourage everybody that's out there to make sure that you go out and get your mammograms, ladies, all right? Make sure that you get tested, because early detection could make the difference. And for my fellas that's out there, my brothers of the Leaf, man, don't sleep either, man. Make sure you go out and get tested as well, because prostate cancer is running rampant, all right, through the community right now as well, okay? So let's be healthy, all right? Let's take care of each other, all right? Yeah. That is the responsible message from a Puff a Minute this week, man. We hope that y'all appreciate what we do. We signing off right now. Once again, I'm your man, Cigar Mick.
It's Cigar Banker.
Y'all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you probably next week. Peace.
Probably.